Hey guys, Lady Liberty Stacker coming back to you. Today is Wednesday, September 16, 2015, and I have an update of my coin roll hunt from last week to show you, and also pickup that I made at my local coin shop yesterday. This is very small, but I thought it would be fun for you guys to see. I've been ordering a $500 box of face value of Kennedy halves. The second one was done last week. My third one will be coming in tomorrow. I don't like to order any more than that. They will order more than that for me, but they're so heavy and it's hard for me to carry, and I'm not going to walk into the bank with a dolly. They're very heavy. But at any rate, it's fun to deal with one box at a time and go about my way. But last week's didn't yield a whole heck of a lot, but I wanted to at least show you what I got out of it. I did find a 1991 P in excellent shape. It looks like almost AU or actually BU condition. Very, very good shape. Old coin. And I got 3 not meant for circulation. This is a 2005. Looks like D. And another 2005. D, and that one's in really good shape. And also got a 2011, not quite in the best of shape, but probably worth about $1, double the face value, and the other ones are approaching $2.50, depending upon who's going to buy them. But basically not meant for circulation just means if you are thinking about coin roll hunting, things that were not in circulation for the general public to spend. These particular coins from 2002 and later were minted strictly for proof sets, bags of coins for people to purchase from the mint, U.S. Mint, or rolls of Kennedy halves if they're collecting them and that kind of thing. They are not out in general circulation. You don't generally get them in change from a drive-through or when you're out just retail shopping, that kind of thing. So anyway, didn't score any silver in that box, but I did get 3 meant for circulations, and a 1991, which I thought was in great shape. So I'll add that to my clad Kennedy half interesting collection. And then yesterday I called my local coin shop and I asked him if he had any junk, and a lot of times the answer is no. But yesterday he said he did have some. And I asked him what he had, and he said he had quarters and he had dimes. I said, okay, I'll be up. Can you hold them for me? And he said, sure. And I asked him what he was charging for these. He said $12 face. That's the cheapest I've ever had an opportunity to buy it at, $12. And this is the guy that charges credit card. And they do charge tax in my state, but he somehow charges me a little bit less tax than the other coin shop right in my town. So without further ado, I'll show you what I got. I picked up one Kennedy half, 1964, and it's in excellent shape. Then you can see there the silver on it compared to the clad that I just showed you. And if you guys are actually looking in coin rolls, for those of you that don't do it, you can actually see the difference there. If you hold them side by side, you can see the clad on the Kennedy halves that you usually see, and then the silver one. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So here we go, and I picked up 20 dimes. I picked up through a box of dimes he had, or a bin, and I got 19 Merc dimes, and I got 1 Barber. So this is a Mercury dime. And just an example, I got mostly in the 40s. And it's not coming in too clear. There we go. And this one, I wanted to show you where the mint marks were on these. This one happens to be a D. And it's actually in pretty good shape. You can clearly see the date, 1944 D. I don't think it's any great rare coin or anything. But I wanted to kind of show you where the mint mark was on these in case you guys are looking for special dates. This one happens to be a 1916 Merc. Unfortunately, I don't think it's got a D in the mint mark. Those are extremely rare, but you can at least see the date. And where the mint mark would be in the back, you really can't see it. I want it to focus in there. You can't see. If there was a mint mark, you would see a little bit of a rise there next to the 1. You could clearly see it on the other coin, but not this one. But if it had a D, this kind of condition, it probably fetched $500 or $600. So it gave me a scare there for a minute, in a good way. And anyway, I also I found a barber, and you can clearly see the date, 1812. So I like to get these older mercs or barbers because when you sell and buy, you buy by the face, not the silver weight. And these are usually more expensive, believe it or not, even though they have less silver in them. They're usually less expensive than rosy dimes. And the other reason why I like these guys is because there's no confusing. You know they're silver. Rosy dimes are still being minted today, but pre-1965 are the only ones that have silver content. For those that don't know, I'm sure most of you guys know that. So anyway, I'm going to put them in my my tube here. So I've got 20 of those, and I also picked up 82 quarters. I'm back out so you can see it. And I love this stuff. This is great. And I got 2 tubes here. He actually had these in the shop, and he sold them to me in the tubes, so I guess that's how the guy dropped them off. So it saves me on having the cost of picking up, miscellaneous tubes. So I got $23 in face, and I'm going to pause the camera for a minute. I'm going to show you just the difference in what I paid and what APMEX is actually charging for this. So hang on just a minute. Okay, here is the value as seen on APMEX. This is $32 in face, and part of that includes $14 in face I got back in August. My Kennedy halves and the quarters, the 8 quarters for $2, so that was $9 in face. But even so, my cost on a credit card was $434.16 for that. And APMEX, that's a check price, mind you, is $526.40. So almost $90, $88 more on a check price versus the credit card price that my coin shop accepts. I thought that was kind of neat. And I'm going to also pause the camera. I'll show you the dimes that I picked up. Okay, we're back again. I'm going to zoom in to the 90% silver mercury dimes. And the last time I picked them up at the coin shop in August, just so you see, I paid $14 face for them. 75. Oh, no, actually, these were the dimes I picked up this time. But I got 3.58 ounces of silver. That was from last time. $75.60 and on a credit card. And APMEX one's $88.77 for the same thing. And anyway, I just basically wanted to show you guys that this stuff is selling for a premium online. It's selling for anywhere from $4 to $6 over spot. And I got this between $1 and $2 over spot for junk. Now, I'm sure some of you can buy it at spot. I've not been able to find it, but this is the best price in my area. It's becoming harder and harder to find. And I think if you're going to hoard or stack anything, if you're trying to prepare, and, I buy the lunar stuff. I buy the premium silver. I mean, if we're around another 10, 20 years, the stuff is going to be worth quite a bit. But in the event that we're not, I want to be able to have something I can fall back on. I also collect presidential dollars. Those two will also be accepted. It depends on the area where you're at and the knowledge of the people in the area. But I just think it's great to try to get junk silver, constitutional silver. Reputable business owners will know it in the event of a dollar collapse. They'll know it. They'll hopefully would accept it. I don't know. I just think that it's a good idea to do. And as far as the coin roll hunting goes, I just enjoy it. It's fun. You never know what you're going to find. And I do thank you guys for watching. This is a bit long, but I wanted to kind of give you some of my thoughts on constitutional silver, known as 90% silver. But again, here, my haul yesterday was 16.45 ounces of silver. So, hey, you can't beat that. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Make it a great day.